India's employment rates have improved in recent years after a period of long-term deterioration. However, employment conditions remain poor, with wages stagnating and high levels of youth unemployment. Now, these are the findings of a report released by the International Labour Organization, or the ILO. The ILO report highlights that India's youth account for 83% of the unemployed population. According to the ILO, the jobless rate among education youth has also risen during the COVID-19 pandemic. The proportion of young people with a secondary education among the total unemployed has nearly doubled from just over 35% in 2000 to nearly 66% in 2022. Now, releasing the report, the Chief Economic Advisor, V. Ananthanageshwaran, said it's not correct to think that the government must intervene in addressing every social or economic problem. He said massive central government hiring is not the answer to India's unemployment problem, and urged states and the private sector to do more on job creation. Take a look.
The reason why I said that the absence of specific solutions is not a complaint or a criticism, but par for the course, I want to recall a film from 1970s when I was probably somewhere around 10, 12 years of age. It was a movie which was first originally a play and then became a very famous movie, Muhammad bin Tughlaq, by the noted Tamil journalist, lawyer, actor, Cho Ramaswamy. And in that play, he becomes a prime minister. He comes as a Tughlaq, the emperor, and then he becomes a prime minister, and then he begins to address various problems, corruption, the national language issue, and then the unemployment problem. And for that, he simply says, look, all I will do is I'll keep talking on every dice and every stage that we have to solve the unemployment problem. And that is my contribution to solving the unemployment problem. Because he said, this is not something that I can address. I would simply say, I will say that this problem needs to be addressed urgently in every forum I'm invited to speak at. So the point, therefore, here is that I think there is an element of truth in what he said in that movie. We should ask ourselves, what can the government do on employment short of hiring massively by itself? Of course, I do agree that it can and must hire in some areas. In fact, according to a very good paper by Devesh Kapoor in the Journal of Economic Perspectives some time ago, India may be lacking in capacity. I'm not talking about capability, talking about capacity in terms of numbers in several areas. And numbers are indeed part of the solution in terms of government employment. But apart from that, to think that for every social or economic problem that there is a government intervention is not quite correct. We need to get out of that mindset. In the normal world, it is the commercial sector, those who engage in for-profit activity, who need to do the hiring.
Well, that's the Chief Economic Advisor. Now, the Bombay Stock Exchange